Right, welcome back, part 4. And we're doing still module 2, and we're ending to the end of this module now, where we're doing now the income elasticity, not the price elasticity of demand and supply, but the income elasticity due to a responsiveness to the demand that you are wanting. So income elasticity of demand and the cross price elasticity of demand. So the first objective is define the income elasticity of demand and how it's calculated, as well as define the cross price elasticity and how that is being calculated. For this module, and specific for the N4 course, we know that there's an outcome that you need to know the calculations for elasticity. And we know now for demand, we know now for supply, and we're also now going into what it will be for the income. The first objective says define the income elasticity of demand and understand why you need to calculate it. Income is what you earn. So you're going to income, I would almost want to say it is your affordability. Income elasticity of demand, and we'll make it an E with a little I on top, measures the responsiveness of the quantity demanded to changes in your income as a consumer. So depending on what the consumer earns, that is going to determine how much the consumer is going to want to buy of a specific product, or even what to buy for that specific income that is earning. So an example will help to demonstrate the specific one. So if you are earning $500 per week, this is the demand curves for your two different earnings. The one is for $500 and the other one is for $700. When you have an increase in demand, it will shift to the right. That we've learned in the beginning of module 2 and even the end of module 1. When you have an increase in demand, it's a shift to the right. So we have demand 01, income 500, and then we have another demand curve for an income of $700. For a quantity demanded of a cup of coffee that you drink in the morning, you're perhaps passing the McCafe and you're going to you are earning $500 a week, and now you're going to go in for a cup of coffee. They say if you're earning for 500, for example, if you're earning $500 per week, you are going to want to buy 5 cups at this specific point if the cup is $3. That is what my income can actually accommodate. However, if my income increases to $700 per week, the price stays the same. However, I can afford more now. Can you see that? An increase in my income also determined an increase in the number of items I demanded, provided the price stayed the same. I will repeat. My income increased from $500 to $700. I am a coffee drinker. I pass this McCafe every day. But because I only earn $500 a week, I can only buy 5 cups of coffee. I can only afford, I only demand 5 cups of coffee at $3. But because my boss gave me a raise for that week, I now earn $700, and the cup McCafe didn't change the price. So I'm going to go into McCafe, and guess what? I'm going to become a coffee junkie, because now I'm not going to drink 3 cups anymore, 5 cups anymore, but I will drink 8 cups. So an increase in my income, the increase in my income was responsive to my quantity, and vice versa. My quantity demanded for coffee increased because my income increased. The income of elasticity continued. The price of coffee does not change. The price of the coffee did not change, although my income changed. So these 2 points here is my responsiveness to a constant price but an increase in income. Income elasticity is concerned precisely with this, the change from C on the one demand curve to W on another demand curve, holding price constant. In example 1, Janet's quantity demanded increases when her income increases. Am I correct? To Janet's coffee, it's normal. Why? Because as the one increased, the other one also increased. Remember what I said with supply? It's almost the same principle. My demand will increase because my income increase. Same direction. When it's in the same direction, it's positive relationship. If my income decreased, my demand will decrease. It's a positive relationship. If income increased and my demand increased and it's positive, we say that it's a normal good that you are buying. Can I say that coffee was a normal good? Because my income increased in that week, the price remained the same, my demand increased. So it was a normal good. Consider Darius' demand for coffee. At point C, the price of coffee is still $3. Darius' income is 500 rand or $500 a week, and Darius' quantity demanded is 5 cups. And then we know now when the income rises to $700 a week, she buys less. Do we say that she has a coffee patch on, or that non-drinking coffee patches, or does she just want to save her money for something else? Or is that coffee not important anymore? Now, we still have an increase in income, but a decrease in quantity demanded. The price remained the same. Now it's an inverse relationship. So now the end result is negative. Remember with demand and supply? When there was an increase in price, there was a decrease in quantity demanded. Now the same here with the income increase but a decrease in quantity demanded, price remained the same. Negative effect. So, is it still a normal good? No. I don't think I can buy this coffee anymore. It is of inferior nature. I don't want to say that McCafe is not doing a good job, but it's no longer so important to me to drink 5 cups or 8 cups of coffee. I can save my money. So when the income still increases and there's a decrease in demand, the goods that you are buying are now inferior goods. From X, now the demand shifts. Okay, 500 a week, now the demand shifts because you are wanting less. Okay, so shift to the left is a decrease, and that means it's an inferior good. What is quantity demanded? Decreases just to capture this moment. Let it sink in. There is quantity demand decreases when an income increases. There is coffee is an inferior good. Not that McCafe is doing a bad job, but just because it's no longer important. Or she's got the patch on. The income elasticity coefficient for an inferior good is negative. That's the formula. The quantity demanded divided by income. Let's get this again. The percentage change, quantity demanded, divided by the percentage change in income. If it is positive, if the result is positive, we know it's a normal good. If the result is negative, we know it's an inferior good. So if the elasticity that you are determining there is less than 1, then it is, yes, you read, an inferior good. If it's more than 1, then it is a normal good. This is an example. We have established that there's an increase in 4% and income rises, same direction. Immediately think positive. Increase, increase. Increases, positive relationship, the good will then be normal. What does it say in the last bullet? For every 1% increase in income, quantity demanded increases by 0.8, like the example said, or for every 10% increase in income, quantity demanded will have an increase of 8%. Just times 10. On the other hand, suppose when an income rises by 10%, but the quantity demanded now decreases with 6%. Can you see the inverse relationship? Immediately it's going to be negative. Immediately negative is going to give you, oops, inferior goods. So immediately think it's an inverse relationship. One goes up, one goes down. It's going to be an inferior good. Quantity demanded divided by the quantity, the percentage change in income, 6, 10, it's going to be negative, minus 6, it's going to be an inferior good. So there's another example, and we are not prescribed in your course N4 to do the midpoint section, but it's so. So you're going to take the two elasticities and divide it by 2 just to get the midpoint. So if it was this one, the demand curve was rendered to an elasticity of 8, and the other one is 6. You're going to take 8 plus 6 divided by 2. 8 plus 6 is 14 divided by 2, and you're going to get the 7 elasticity midpoint. Okay, so, but like I said, if you look on page 35, going on to page 37, it is not prescribed within your module. There's an example, it's so complicated, but it's not even a complicated one. It is the 2 elasticities divided by 2 because you want to find the middle point of the 2 elasticities that you have calculated. Just to recap, to summarize, if the income elasticity of demand is greater than 1, we say that income is elastic because it's responsive. If income elasticity of demand is less than 1, we say that income is not so responsive, it is inelastic. If the income elasticity of demand equals 1, we say it is unit income elasticity or unitary inelasticity, because 1 increase in price, 1 increase in demand. 1 decrease in price, 1 increase in demand, depending which one you're doing, supply or demand, etc. Okay, so 1 for 1. Since inferior goods have a negative income elasticity, we say that it's inferior good. Normal goods may be income elastic or income inelastic. Now we're going into necessities and normal goods. Which are normal goods? You must buy water, you must buy electricity, you must buy fuel for your car. So that's necessities. Luxury goods are also normal goods, but those are the things that you want over and above what your income can afford. Okay? So in the table format, exactly what the previous ones just to take it in a nice summary. Let it sink in. Income elasticity of demand smaller than 1. Income is or greater than 1, pardon me, is elastic. Smaller than 1 is inelastic. Equals to 1 is unit. Yes, and we know that if it's a negative number, it's an inferior good. If it's a positive number, it's a normal good. Income elasticity of demand tells us how quantity demanded responds to changes in income. The income elasticity of demand is used to determine if a good is inferior, negative, or normal, positive, and if it is a normal good, whether it is a luxury good or if it is a necessity. So all of those coefficients will be positive because normal goods are positive. Define the cross price elasticity. That is our second session. I hope you had fun with all these elasticities because I am becoming very responsive. Demand, supply, and income. Thank you.